We all know Supercell, the company behind the most popular mobile games. Clash of Clans, Clash Royale, or Brawl Stars, and of course, the well-known farm game Heyday. But how do they work, and who is behind these successful game developers? In this video, we will zoom in on the history of Supercell. Supercell is a Finnish game development company that was founded in 2010, not that long ago, right? As Supercell has said, they were inspired by companies such as Nintendo and Blizzard, both known for creating games that are easy to learn but hard to master. It started with a small group of passionate developers. It might surprise you that this massive company was founded by just a few people who had known each other through previous work connections. Ilkka Paananen and Mikko Kotisoja were two of the key founders. Both had worked at Sumea, an early game developer company, but they decided to leave the company in 2010. They were ready for something bigger. Those first founders seemed to be a very good combination. Paananen became the CEO of Supercell. And with the first 5 co-founders, who had primary roles like tech development and marketing, with the names of Kotisoja, Petri Starman, Lassi Lepinen, Visa Forsten, and Nico Derome, the company quickly grew. The first office, a room of only 30 square meters, soon became too small when the company expanded to 15 people. It was around that time that Supercell's first success came up. In 2011, Supercell launched Gunshine.net, described as a real-time, massively multiplayer online role-playing game. It could be played both online and on mobile. At first, the game was a success, reaching over 500,000 monthly players. But the excitement didn't last long. After just a month or two, many players started to feel that the game lacked depth and variety. Matches felt repetitive, and without strong long-term goals, players quickly moved on. Supercell also struggled to adapt the traditional keyboard and mouse gameplay to touchscreens, which made the mobile version feel clunky. Even though the project failed, it taught Supercell the importance of focusing on mobile-only experiences. Eventually, these issues led to the killing of the game. This was a decision that would become part of Supercell's core culture, the idea of killing games that don't have long-term potential, no matter how much time and money had been invested. They call this philosophy cellular organization, meaning each small team, or cell, works independently on their project. If a game doesn't meet the company's very high standards, it gets scrapped early. This allows Supercell to focus on making only the very best games, the ones that can last for years. Back to 2011. After Gunshine was killed, Supercell decided to completely focus on mobile games. The game developers fell in love when they once brought iPads to the office. They started to call it the ultimate games platform. The problem was that they were already developing cross-platform games, so games that were designed for both online and mobile. But they switched it all up and decided to kill all ongoing productions for web and Facebook. They bet the entire company on a strategy they called tablet first. Later, as smartphones gained more popularity, this changed to phones first. Because of that tablet first change, they even killed a game with the codename Magic that they had been working on for nearly 6 months. It was a drastic decision, but not a bad one, because it was the Magic team that developed a game we all know today. In 2012, the company went global and opened their first office in the USA. Although the headquarters is in Helsinki, the company now has some offices abroad, in the USA, but also in London and China, for example. But that was not the most important thing of that year. In May, they released a beta with the code word Soil. You probably guessed it right. Soil is in fact Heyday, the most popular farm game ever. Heyday is a free-to-play mobile game where players cultivate a farm by growing crops, raising animals, and producing goods to sell in their roadside shop or to friends. Players can expand their farm by building new production buildings, customize their farm with decorations, and explore a larger game world by building a town, going fishing, and visiting the valley. The game also features social elements, such as joining or creating neighborhoods to trade items and participate in cooperative challenges and events. The beta was immediately a real success as players interacted very positive, and it was the first beta that they didn't kill. On June 21st, Heyday launched globally. The game was one of the most profitable in the world for 2.5 years. And thanks to regular updates, Heyday is still immensely popular. If you thought that Heyday is the greatest success in that year, then you're wrong. Remember that game Magic that got killed? That small team worked on a new mobile game. It took around 6 months developing the game Clash of Clans with the codename, and you might have guessed it, Magic. Clash of Clans is a popular mobile strategy game by Supercell where players build a village, train troops, and attack other players to gain resources and trophies. Players can join or create clans to team up with others for clan wars and to help each other. When Clash launched globally in August, everyone loved it. Together with Heyday, the game kept growing. This was also the birth of some very recognizable and unique Supercell characters. Think of the Goblin, Archer, or Barbarian. Thanks to the making of Supercell animations, we even got a cool storyline about the game. Supercell didn't stop game developing besides adding regularly updates to their hit games. This is all thanks to their different teams, the cellular organization. Remember? If you've enjoyed the video up to this point, a quick thumbs up would mean a lot. It really helps the channel. Anyway, back to the topic. Where was I? Oh yeah, Supercell was still developing beta games. Still in 2012, they were working on another well-known game, Boom Beach. Boom Beach is a game where players build a base, train troops, and strategically attack computer-controlled blackguard enemies and other players to liberate islanders and gather resources. The beta came out in 2013, a year with not much exciting news from Supercell. It was already 2014 when Boom Beach launched globally. The game was super hyped, which caused many downloads and playtime. But when that hype was over, Boom Beach quickly fell. For the upcoming years, Supercell kept working on games, but nearly all of them ended up killed. But maybe did Supercell know that they were working on another hit game? That game was Clash Royale. The game combines elements from collectible card games, tower defense, and multiplayer online battle arena. Clash Royale also hit peak numbers in its early years. For a more detailed view on the Clash Royale history, check this video, link in description. The big companies sticked with their plan. The development teams were kept apart to provide updates for the successful games and space to create new games. And it didn't take long until a new popular game arrived. In 2017 came the Brawl Stars beta out. Brawl Stars is a game where players battle against other players or bots in multiple game modes. Players can choose between different brawlers, who can be unlocked through the Star Road or purchased through the shop to use in battles. But the beta was a bit different than the game we know today. Brawl Stars used to be played vertically, not in the horizontal way we know today. The beta of the game lasted 16 months before they went global. It was the longest ever for a Supercell game, but the wait paid off as Supercell listened to their community and made big changes to Brawl Stars. As I mentioned earlier, the screen was flipped. And it was, once again, a major success. But the first real peak of Brawl Stars wasn't when the game just got released. Although the game was quite popular and grew quickly, the player base felt a real change in 2020. It was thanks to the worldwide lockdown. Everyone had to stay at home, the perfect time to play video games. And with a mobile game that is so accessible, Brawl Stars was a very logical choice. Brawl Stars topped the mobile gaming charts, which could also have been the result of Supercell's new updates that caused a lot of hype.
Brawl Pass. We are so excited for this new feature.
After around 2 years later, the game fell off. But Supercell managed to hit a new absolute peak with Brawl Stars in 2024. Everyone played it, thanks to Supercell's updates with many collabs. Now, Brawl Stars is a bit overshadowed by Clash of Clans and Clash Royale. I hear you all thinking what happened in the years that Supercell didn't release new games and didn't book major success. Well, they tried. The game developers never stopped making new betas, but they all didn't work in the end. This trial and error resulted in many killed games like Rush Wars, a PvP strategy game, where players had to build the defenses for their base and send squads to attack enemies. Heyday Pop, a puzzle game, and Clash Quest, a turn-based tactical adventure strategy game. They all ended up killed by Supercell. The last game that looked like a new success was released in May 2024. I'm talking about Squad Busters. It's a multiplayer action game where players build and control a squad of characters from various Supercell games, like Clash of Clans and Brawl Stars, to battle monsters and other players to collect gems. In a 3 to 5 minute match, players collect coins from chests and defeated enemies to acquire new characters and upgrade their existing units, which fuse and evolve into more powerful squaddies. The last squad standing, or the one with the most gems, wins. Squad Busters was just after the launch an insane popular game. A lot of the fans of the other Supercell games were excited and tested the game. While it seemed fun for the first month playing it, the success didn't last. Although the game quickly noticed a decline in active users, it still won the App Store Game of the Year award in 2024. That shows how good Supercell's games are. But in general, we can compare Squad Busters with Boom Beach, a quick peak, but then a heavy decline. In 2025, Supercell managed to turn things fully around with a new Clash Royale peak, as mentioned before. And not only for Clash Royale, but for all the games, are the updates the key that provide the ongoing success. Oh, and let's not forget Moko, Supercell's newest game. It was released this year in July. Moko is a multiplayer action RPG by Supercell, where players hunt chaos monsters from parallel worlds to earn XP, gear, and progress through different maps. We will see what the future brings. And that's the story of Supercell. What started with just 5 members, but all with a dream. And thanks to making mistakes and learning from them, they made that dream come true.